Alright, today I get to share my excitement with you guys that there's a new Tyler Bryant track coming out. I think it's either off of the new album or it's before the new album. This is kind of cool. It's an artist that I actually got to meet when I was a kid and stuff. I got to meet him through that whole Rock Prophecies thing that he did with Robert Knight. And fortunately, Robert got me backstage and stuff. I got to meet him, and it's always going to be one of those funny things. You know, he played like a guitar solo on my head and really inspired me to get out of electronic music and more into rock and roll. And yeah, whatever, like, let's just dive in. It's kind of cool that people are getting into him. I'm hoping that it just keeps taking off. Really happy for him. I think that he and Larkin Poe are just like the cutest rock and roll couple right now. It's really cool to see some old style blues couple. We haven't really seen that before, you know? Alright, let's give this a shot. It's called Thunder. Private property. Fuck you anyway. Rock and roll.
Dark clouds on the move. Trouble stirring in the sky. It don't matter what I do when that lightning strikes. She can make me fall like rain. The only one to pull me under, rattling that ball.
What's cracking me up right now is looking and seeing Larkin Poe commented and said, "This is our favorite track off the new album." It's like, of course it is Rebecca, right? It's totally about her, right? That's pretty sweet. That's really cute. They're really adorable, actually. It's really, really sweet. I like it a lot. It's very wholesome.
That woman came to steal my thunder. If that sun don't ever shine, if it never shine again.
I kind of like that, you know, that woman came to steal my thunder. That's kind of funny because, you know, I've always kind of thought that. I was like, I wonder what that's like. He must be a little intimidated sometimes, you know? I mean, his guitar playing is otherworldly, but, like, Larkin Poe's singing is, like, fucking good, dude. I mean, it's really good, and that songwriting is really catchy. So I've always been like, ooh, that's an interesting relationship, you know? It's not, like, usual in terms of the power dynamic there, where it's, like, usually it's so clear-cut, you know, like, you know, but I really like that about our generation too, is that women are getting the chance to really get out there and be considered equals, which they are, you know, and vastly superior sometimes. And in the past, that just, I don't know why, they just got shirked by history. So it's really cool to see that. And it's cool that he's owning it. He's like, yeah, she came to steal my thunder, man. I mean, it's a challenge, probably.
If that water's gonna rise, I'm jumping in, 'cause she could make me fall like rain. The only one to pull me under, rattling that ball and chain. That woman came to steal my thunder. She could make me fall like rain. The only one to pull me under, rattling that ball and chain. That woman came to steal my thunder.
Yeah, I've been a fan since like 2010, so for me this is like really exciting, you know, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of weird because, like, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, I really like world music and stuff, you know, so it's kind of funny to just be into like this blues band, but hey man, that's the roots of it all, right? I mean, honestly, there's like some serious AC/DC vibes coming through, and you know, people shit on that, and I think that's too bad because the roots of music is really the core and the heart and soul of it all, you know? So it's pretty dope.
me fall like rain. The only one to put me under, rattling that ball and chain. That woman came to steal my thunder. She could make me fall like rain. The only one to put me under, rattling that ball and chain. That woman came to steal my thunder.
Here we go. That tone. He always does that lift, dude. You know, it was really funny because when we were all like, oh, damn, that's it? Okay, shit, it's already over. It's such a fast song. He's a really good pop writer, too. And it's very, very simple, but, like, very, like, poppy and catchy, you know, like it's stuck in my head. And I also like, he can shred the guitar, but he just plays it back and he sits back. And I really like the humility of that. I'm not really like that personally. I'd like to go all in, you know, all the time. And I've started to really appreciate that. And his guitar tutorials are really sweet too, like about using different scales and shit, you know. I've learned quite a bit from that shit. It's sick. Definitely worth a follow if you're not following Tyler Bryant in the Shakedown. I really think that some of those guitar lessons and some of those instrumentals will get you to think about your pentatonic blues solos a little differently. Not to mention, if you can try to match that tone, I just think, like, he says more with one note than a lot of players can say with an entire solo just because of that tone. It's kind of one of those things where you hear that solo, and that's been since 2010, man. That's been since I met him. It was just like, as soon as that wah-wah comes in with that fucking shred and solo, it's like you hear that note and you're just like, wow, that is one note, but that is one fucking hell of a note, you know? Sounds really fucking good. And then he can, you know, he can fucking do everything. So it's really cool. Definitely a fan for life, you know. I was really lucky at that time to be a peer, you know, and I've covered a few of his songs. You can check it out on my channel. They're not uploaded yet, but I will upload them. And yeah, really cool. Yeah, nothing more to say, but just Tyler doing Tyler, you know. Super cool.